What is on top of the deck? What is on top of the deck? Oh, it's Lightning Helix! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Welcome to Hunt the Week.
Hello everyone and welcome into the show, all you embalmers, all you decayed zombies, all you channel heads, all of you, who's out there escaping? Who escaped this week? Because, I've seen some escaping happening. Mogus's favor, that card's still very good. Still a very good card. What other mechanics we got out there? There's a lot of them, right? All right, who's in their own domain, right? What's the kicker? And who's eating their food? I hope you're eating your food out there. I know I'm hungry. Yum, yum, yum. Eat your food. Bring that cat right back. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the show. This is, of course, Hunt the Week. It's a weekly podcast about the Sealed Magic Arena Gauntlet League. Right now, we're in Set Wars. We are in Set Wars for it, and it's been great. I'm having a blast. I'm having a really good time in Set Wars. It's been really fun, not just playing with the team, but seeing all the different sets. I'm having a great time. I'm having a great league, and mostly because my team's carrying me right now. So, I've got the worst record on my team, but we're in third. We're doing great. I'm happy. We're all having a good time. I hope you're having a good time, too. I know it's another one of those polarizing leagues where some people are really having a great time and some people are really not liking it very much. I hope you're on the other side where you're liking it a lot, because I know I am, and it's Magic, right? I love Magic. I love playing Magic, and I love most of these sets, right? I love pretty much a lot of these sets, not all of them, but the good ones. I like the good ones. Those are fun sets. And I'm enjoying playing it. I'm seeing a lot of cool stuff happening, strong cards, good synergy, good plays. It's just been a good league, man, and I don't know what more you can ask for than that, right? Good, strong Magic, fun decks, and a nice variety, right? We're not seeing 5-color domain for 4 weeks in a row, and boy, is that a breath of fresh air. There is no real, strong archetype that everyone can just play for. Unless you're playing Neo, then you're just playing Neo, because that's the strong archetype. But it's great, man. Set Wars is really good. I'm having a great time, and we're going to dig into the numbers for it a little bit here. As I record, it is about 4 o'clock p.m. EST on Thursday, and these are your rankings. Magi of the Disc, 27-13, Mount Rushmore 25-14, The Brothers War 23-16, Perfect Party 20-18, Tolarian Terrors 20-19, Dogs Can't Play Magic 17-16, Salty Dawn 16-18, Fellowship of the Bling 16-20, Questing Beast 15-15, Multa 4 13-19, Werewolf Viking Ninja Gorgons 13-20, 4 4s, 4-4, 11-16, and ABBA bringing up the pack at 5-17. All right, really, we're looking at the top 4-5 basically right now, really for top, right? Top 2 count, and boy, are those top 2 teams just kind of in the lead. It's going to be hard to catch up to them. We're trying our best right now at the Brothers War, and we're putting on What the Brothers War. And if you haven't noticed, every one of us, our icon, we changed it to a magic card that was about clothes. And they don't make any magic cards about pants. You know that? That's what I learned. They don't make a lot of pants magic cards. But we got my brother's playing some kind of cloak. I don't even know what he is. He's some kind of cloak. I'm Gauntlets of Might. Jay is Urza's sunglasses. And Chris is, of course, Jester's cap. Rounding out What the Brothers War in The Brothers War. This is all canon. You can look this up. This is all true. This is exactly what they wore. This is what they looked like. And this is how well they played, too. We're being very true to the story here at The Brothers War. We're a bunch of Vorthos heads. And let's take a look at some of the individual standings, shall we? Here's your top 8 individual players. Johnny M is 9-1. Sawyer is 8-2. Jake C, 8-2. Jeremy E, 7-3. Richard K, 7-3. Joel L, 7-3. Jason M, 6-3. And Jordan J.M. Tron, 6-4. Those people are doing the best. Maybe you want to avoid them. Maybe you want to play them to try to get your OMW up a bit. But those are going to be some hard games. I'll tell you what. I know my brother played against Johnny. And I know we've played against Richard a couple times. And some hard games, man. Hard games against good sets and great players. So it's there's a reason why they are doing well, right? They've got some very good cards in their pool. I'm looking at you, Richard, and all your mythics and rares. Okay, scary, scary stuff. And let's look at the top from each class. The top three from each class. Jordan M is the best cleric, followed by Paul G and Michael M. Best wizards are Sawyer T, Richard K, and Nick P. Best warriors are Jeremy E, Jason M, and Aaron H. And the best rogues are Johnny M, Jake C, and Joel L. So those are the best people in their respected classes. Man, I love that this stat sheet just has all these perfect stats. I just get to read off the work that other people do. This makes my job so easy. It makes me have to not put in a ton of work. I appreciate whoever keeps these stat sheets up. Man, you are amazing. Please, but you're incredible. I can't say enough nice things about you. Right now, Warriors seem to be having the toughest time with a 48 win percent, followed by Clerics 49 win percent, Wizards are 51, and Rogues are 52. Rogues seem to be doing the best out of everybody. Clerics seem to beat up on Clerics the most. Rogues beat up on Rogues. However, Wizards have a nice win over Warriors, and Warriors have a nice win over Rogues. Not sure what's causing that, but hey, these are the stats. I just read the stats. I'm like the local news guy. I don't make the news. I just report it, right? That's what I'm doing. And then if we look at match win versus class, it's all pretty even, although Wizards seem to have just a phenomenal win rate against Warriors. 63% Wizards against Warriors. Maybe look for that matchup if you can out there. I know we don't get a lot of choices for who we're playing with the bot, but 63% is not something to just ignore, right? That's a stat right there. All right, let's take a look at some of our winningest sets, our sets that are doing the best. This is kind of skewed a little bit based on how many people are playing it, but Neo has 36 wins. If you're playing Neo, you'll love it. And I agree, Neo's just kind of felt the worst to play against, in my opinion. Definitely an outlier here among the other sets. Then you got Mid sitting at 28 and AKR sitting at 27. Amonkhet Remastered. Followed by SNC at 26. And then we have to drop all the way down to 16 after that. That's going to be Theros Beyond Deft and AFR. And it's hard to say which ones are doing the worst because those are just the ones that people didn't really pick. So it's like Dom's got 4 wins. Dom U's got 5 wins. Exelon's got 5. What's M20? 6. Those are all, I think, single people in those. So yeah, it makes sense why they don't have a ton of wins. The other ones probably have a lot of people playing them, kind of skewing our numbers a little bit. And the sets with the best win percentage. Okay, we got Dominaria United. They're 5-2, 71 win percent. Ixalan also 5-2, 71 win percent. And then Mid, 60% win percent. It's funny that Neo has the most wins, but then it only has a 55% win rate, 36 and 29. Maybe Neo is not as scary as I'm making it out to be, or maybe there's just not enough games under Dominaria United and Ixalan to really back up the 71%, right? Is that a good pool? Is that a great player? It's hard to say. But those are some of the numbers behind Set Wars Ixalan League. We're going to dive deeper into that next week. Just take more of a look at exactly how everything turned out near the end. But before we get to next week, we're talking about this week. And I got a guest this week. I had on my brother. I've known him 36 years. I'm 36 years old, ladies and gentlemen, if you didn't know. Thank you. I'm an old man. And I had on my brother, my older brother, someone I've always looked up to, the person who, when I was a kid, if he buys a pack of Magic cards, guess what your boy Goku does? He goes and buys a pack of Magic cards to be like his brother. That's what you do. So it was a pleasure to get him to come on the show, because he doesn't play in the league. He played in a couple. He dropped out, didn't come back. We got him back for the team league. But I asked him about it. We get into it. So here's my interview for the week with my brother and the Brothers War. Join me now. All right, everyone. Welcome me and join into the show my brother, Nick P. Welcome to the show, Nick.
Thanks, bro.
Hey, thanks for coming on, man. How's it going?
It's going okay.
Yeah, so for the listeners out there, we are, my brother, we set up this record. My brother says, hey, let's get a match in before we record. I say, let's put up the LFM, start recording, and if we get a match, we can say their name on the air, we can take a break, there'll be a big moment, it'll be great.
You'll be tense.
Yeah, so we got an LFM up right now. It is 8 p.m. on Wednesday evening. looking to get your last game of the week in Set Wars. We're going to get to it, but before we get there, I got to ask you, when did you start playing Magic?
Um, well, I started kind of collecting, I don't know if you can call it playing, like revised in Ice Age time. I definitely remember playing some games back then and playing it very wrong. Did not understand the rules at all and just kind of played some tabletop with some other friends that also didn't know how to play. And then in, I guess around 2012-ish, I started playing again. I was working in Hawaii, and a friend of mine that I was working with played a lot of Magic, and so he got me back into it. And he got me into limited in particular. And my first limited like actual game is we did a draft of M14. We went to a local shop and did a draft,
The best.
and I pack one, pick one, Archangel of Thune, which felt great, and ended up going two. Like I got into the finals. I went 2-1 with some type of green white deck. That's all I remember about it. It was probably a terrible deck because it was my first real draft, but it was still fun.
I remember back in the Ice Age days, I remember you had that Jester's cap. I remember how cool that was.
Jester's Cap,
You had
Lord
the
of the
card,
Pit.
the Lord of the Pit. I had a Leviathan that I was really into. Oh,
Yeah, so once our mom kept most of that stuff, and I went through and found a lot of our cards, but I found like all the cards that I didn't play. So like I know somewhere I had like some like black deck that had like every single black card I probably ever opened or something. And those are the only cards I never did find, but I still have all those old revised and Ice Age cards for at least a lot of them.
yeah. Nothing great in there.
No value.
No value, just memories and nostalgia. Uh, yeah, it was. I remember cracking those packs when we were kids. That was a lot of fun. And then when you got back into Magic M14, that's when I got back into Magic too. You kind of got me back into Magic, both times. So thank you for getting me back into Magic.
Yeah, ruined your life.
Yeah, yeah. Look at all the money I spent. Oh, we don't want to know how much money we've spent.
Oh, good lord.
We don't think about it. What we do think about is the current format of the league. Um, and that is Set Wars. Now, Set Wars, we've all picked a set. What set have you chosen?
So I picked Guilds of Ravnica, right?
Yes.
GRN?
Yeah.
Yes, Guilds. Yeah, so I picked Guilds. I was kind of going back and forth. I was originally thinking about playing Dominaria because I remember just really enjoying playing that format when it was out.
Yeah. Saprolings.
And Saprolings, yep, Slimefoot.
Slimefoot.
And our teammate Chris R definitely was like, why would you play Dominaria? There's so many bad rares in that set. Like all the what were they? The mythic sorceries or whatever they were?
Oh,
The
yeah,
legendary
all the
sorceries.
legendary sorceries.
Yeah, like there's just so many cards that are kind of unplayable. So he did kind of set me straight. And then I was thinking, man, you know what card I love is Disinformation Campaign. If I could get like a blue black surveil deck going, it would be so fun. So that's kind of why I picked Guilds.
And spoiler, so I said that when Jason was on, Jay,
Mhm.
I think he has the most powerful deck out of the three of us because he's got great henge and he's just got a lot of good synergy and he's got a lot of power.
Yeah,
I
his
think
deck's great.
I think you've got the most fun deck, and you did get to build the Disinformation Campaign deck pretty early,
Hmm.
um, and it's been great. It's been super great.
It's been super fun to play. Yeah, originally I on my pool, I felt like I could either build a really fast red white deck or like what looked like a fun blue black deck. We tried red white first, and first match the deck was so fast and it worked really great, and then the next two matches just kind of got stalled out. We'd get people to like one or two, and they would kind of take over. It was just so disheartening. So with those new packs we opened, we're like, blue black is looking better. Let's switch over. It's just been really fun.
Yeah, your games have been great. You've got the Disinformation Campaign. You seem to always
Mhm.
have it in your top 15, which is great.
I've definitely drawn it too much. It's not been fair.
It is the deck that if you play against it, there are some feel bads against that deck. It's like Disinformation Campaign, get it back. Disinformation Campaign, get it back. Oh,
Yeah.
Thief of Sanity, steal your best cards. And
Yeah.
so you're playing blue black control, GRN, Disinformation Campaign. How's Set Wars going? What do you think about it? How we doing?
I guess I would say I'm a little bit mixed, but overall, I'm having a lot of fun. So, this is technically my third league that I played in.
Yep.
I played in Streets of New Capenna and Neon Dynasty.
Hmm.
And Neon Dynasty, I had a good time in, but my deck just kind of, I mean, I'm not the strongest player, and my deck wasn't great. So I was like, I don't know, 12 and 10 or something. It was fine. And then Streets of New Capenna, I just did not enjoy that format at all. I had like a really frustrating time with it. I was pretty happy to be eliminated when I was. Um, and then I was kind of like, well, the league was a fun thing to do, but I'm kind of done. And then this team thing came up, and I can't let my team down. They invite
Yeah.
me to play.
That's the thing. We have experience playing as a team. I was thinking
Mm-hmm.
earlier today when me and you played the was it the sealed two-headed giant battle bond we did?
Battle
Uh,
Bond was so fun.
oh, it was great. Oh, that was so fun. We've played in, what, 3 team GPs. We've done team sealeds together. So,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
it's something we enjoy. It's something we like to do, and it's not something we get a chance to do a lot.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I really am having so much fun. I mean, the complaints that I think I would have about this league, which I think is just kind of what it's seeming like a lot of people are struggling with, is just finding matches. It's kind of, people are sometimes having to wait, an hour or two to try to find something, which is definitely kind of a bummer. But otherwise, I've been having a lot of fun with this league.
And we've had our looking for match out for 10 minutes right now. Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern time. Nothing yet. Zeke found a practice match. That's great.
Immediately,
Yeah, immediately. 8:13 posted, 8:15. I can go.
which is all
Cool.
good.
No, yeah, that's I mean, we're not gonna talk too much about it, but I have noticed the games are just a little harder to find. When your team's playing, you got 2 teams playing, basically there's 8 people who can't play.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
just kind of how it goes. Um, but I agree. The games have been fun, and you have a deck that just seems really fun. I wish I was playing your deck. It just seems like a blast. It really does. You draw the card, you make them discard. You got powerful spells and some bombs. Disinformation campaign, which is the best archetype in that set, and a really fun archetype just to play in general. And you're performing well, which that's really nice too, right? It's always nice to do well playing a deck you like to play.
Yeah, yeah, I think I'm 5-4, so I'd love to get a couple more wins, but I'm positive, so can't complain.
Yeah. Well, I gotta ask you. This is the new question I'm gonna be asking some people. What's your favorite Magic card, man?
Okay, I made a short list.
Oh, okay.
So already disinformation campaign is
Yeah.
maybe it. Not to be a weirdo about it, but I
Yeah,
love
yeah.
that card.
And this isn't hurting that chance.
Yeah,
Right
this
now,
is definitely like, oh right, that's why I love this card.
Yeah.
Although it's definitely a feel bad card when it's on the other side of the battlefield, which I
Yeah.
appreciate. That does suck. I love a Cloud Blazer.
Sure. Watch out, Richard.
Yep. No, I don't want to start anything. And then you know what? Maybe this sounds like a weird one. Lockmere Serpent. I loved playing with Lockmere Serpent.
Lockmere Serpent.
Eldraine.
Another Demir
Yeah.
card. Another finisher, right? Big 7/7 flash.
7/7, and you sack was it a swamp to lose a life, draw a card, or an island to make it unblockable or something?
Yeah,
so fun.
And you could return it from your graveyard by
Mm-hmm.
exiling your opponent's graveyard. I think something weird like that.
Something really weird. Yeah.
But yeah, great Eldraine, powerful card. I'm sure somebody. Well, I hope someone playing Eldraine's got that card because that's a real good one. And yeah, nothing feels better than flashing that in. The opponent goes to attack. Yeah, they don't really expect that big giant blue black 7/7 to come out of nowhere.
Yeah, it's just immediately such a problem. And then I got 2 other ones on here. I got Royal Scions. I loved that card. That was a card that I opened like 4 or 5 times in draft during that format for whatever reason. Like I just kept opening it.
I remember you opened like the alt art foil version of it too, didn't you? You opened like every kind of it, every version of it you could.
Yeah, super fun. And then I got to go OG Lord of the Pit. That was kind of the card that got me wanting to actually play Magic and playing it wrong. But that was kind of the one that I always think about when I think about like an old fun Magic card as Lord of the Pit, even though it's not necessarily a good card. But
it's iconic. It's an iconic card. It's like I was gonna say it's like Shivan Dragon. Like Shivan Dragon's not very good these days, but it's people love Shivan Dragon. I don't really get it, but it's one of those things.
Totally, probably more playable than Lord of the Pit these days.
Yeah. I mean, it's a big old dragon, right? It gets the job done.
There's that book. I can't remember what it's called. It's like the first Magic the Gathering like novel or whatever. It was like you could, cut a page out of the back and mail it in and get a card.
Oh yeah.
But in that book, Lord of the Pit is like summoned. It's like a big event in the book. I remember it's really funny.
Oh man, probably made you such a fan back in the day. Like you love the card, and it's like you get to read it in the book. It's like seeing like a Marvel movie. Be like, yeah, they brought it to life.
Yeah, I love the Green Goblin.
That's you, man, with Lord of the Pit. They made him come to life. Wow. All right, I got high hopes for this one.
Mm-hmm.
So like you said, you've played in two other leagues.
Mm-hmm.
You were a Riveteer first and foremost. Let's get that straight. Right?
Riveteer for life.
You're a Riveteer. Yeah, once you're
Mm-hmm.
a Riveteer. If you did get a chance to be a Riveteer out there, oh, I'm sorry. I am sorry. Yeah, you played in SNC.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't have a great time. Didn't come back until now.
Mm-hmm.
So you're not a person in the league, right? Like you played in a couple, you left. You didn't plan on coming back. You only came back because it's a team thing.
Yep.
And you'll probably only play in the next one because I think you're gonna win your entry fee back. So
we'll see.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you're someone who's left the league, right? You're not a leaguester. I mean, nothing against the league. You just don't play that much Magic, and it just wasn't for you, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So what's one thing that you would change? Because it wasn't for you. What's something that
Sure
could help?
Well, first of all, I'll clarify that part of the reason that like I haven't been trying to play in the league more generally, and this is more of a me thing, is that I just don't have a ton of time.
Sure.
And
You got two kids.
trying to get 5 matches in a week. It's not that I mean it's very doable, but for me it's like one more level of stress of like I have to get these matches in. And I just doing everything I can to not have like more commitments. So that's part of it for me.
Sure.
Which like already this week I got yelled at by my wife twice for playing too much Magic because I was out of town all weekend, so I'm trying to get my matches in.
Yeah, that's true.
The week's over.
That's been a thing on our team. You and Chris have both been out of town like the first 2 weekends, really.
Yeah.
So we've kind of been playing catch up.
Yeah. So let's hope my wife doesn't listen to this, but she didn't.
I can't promise that. I can't. I mean, we get a lot of listeners.
I did. I was like, honey, remember this is a team thing. I can't let my team down. She's like, okay, I get it. Which whatever. So she probably doesn't. But the other thing, I pitched this idea to you before. You didn't think it was a good idea, but I'll say it again.
I'm a naysayer.
I know that there's this whole week 6 thing. It's can be kind of a problem. And I was thinking about it, and look, maybe it's a bad idea.
Sure.
But I was like, what if there was some type of like tournament also for like, number 9 through 16? Kind of like a loser bracket, loser draft thing. And I'm not saying that they would then, those top 4 cut to another top 4 or anything crazy like that. But it would be, I think, a way to kind of like do something else for those people that just kind of lost on like bad tie breaks or something and still give them something else to kind of do. But I don't know.
I think they've definitely talked about something like that. I think what it came down to is like scheduling one of these events is just so difficult that like adding a second one in that doesn't have a ton of stakes either. So like people aren't super like number 9 through like 13 might be like, yeah, let's go. But maybe 18 and 21 are like, yeah, we're not getting anything extra out of this. I'm not going to clear my weekend for. Like you said, people are busy.
Yeah, no, I get it. Look, you can naysay it all you want. I'm just throwing the idea.
Yeah. I'm not naysaying. I'm saying, showing the other side. Chris York, please back me up here. I don't think it's a bad idea. And week six is just its own thing, man. It's a hard thing to even get into because I'm not going to
make it to any week 6, so it's not really going to be my problem.
I'll tell you what, we're making it to week 3, which is the week 6 of this league.
That's true.
That goes for like next week. We're gonna have to get our games in early, which is gonna be extra frustrating because we've been getting our games in late every week.
Yeah,
and like games are gonna be even harder to find next week than they have been this week. And this week, games have not been super easy to find. It is 20 minutes since we posted a looking for match. I was really hoping to get a match in. I'm not trying to do some like games are hard to find undercover journalism here. I was just trying to
do meta commentary.
Yeah, I was trying to do an exciting thing. We'd get a match in the middle. We'd say, oh, we're playing Fizishi. And then we come back in 20 minutes and go, hey, we just lost, guys. Let's talk about it. It's interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's not gonna happen. The week 6. I don't know, man. Week 6 is hard. Week 6 is week 6. It's a tournament Some people don't win, some people do. I don't know. It's a hard thing to get into. That's all I got on
Yeah,
it right now.
yeah,
Because
yeah, yeah. I don't know.
it's a long, drawn out discussion. And you can't be maybe if you could be a riveteer every league, you'd come back every league, right?
Well, that like I will say that if I mean I think there's some problems with just like the logistics of how this league is working out, just with like trying to find matches and having to wait forever and whatever else. And I was thinking like if they did this again and it was like you have 2 weeks to get 5 matches in or something, so it wasn't as like I don't know stressful or whatever as to try to get your matches in.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to do it again. I'm actually having a really good time in this team league. Way better, way more fun than I had in the single leagues, even if I was doing well in them. So
Well, that's good.
I
I'm
definitely don't
happy to
think they
hear
should
that.
throw the idea out if it's possible to tweak it somehow and do it again. But I don't know if other people are enjoying it.
Yeah, that's the other weird thing about this team league is everyone is kind of in their own bubble.
Yeah,
So there's not a lot of discussion on the server. So like I don't really know what people's opinions are, and it's not something I can really commentate on a lot because there's really not a lot of discussion. I've heard people complain about power level. I haven't really had too much of a problem with power levels. Maybe that's just me and how our games have gone, but I don't think any deck has been like, yeah, playing against Neo has kind of sucked, but like I don't know. It's
yeah.
just
I mean,
Neo.
I agree. I mean, I do think that Neo has been kind of busted. I saw somebody post the other day that was like looking for match anyone who's not playing Neo, and I was like,
Yeah.
I definitely can respect that. Because like I think that at least the top player is like what 9-1 with Neo, and it's like they've had to add one pack and they're still doing so good. Like that's just busted.
Yeah, it's a very, very good set. What can you say?
Yeah,
Um,
I mean, I think that if you had to do it over again, would you have picked a different set? Because I feel like your pool of the four of us is maybe the weakest pool, and I don't know if it's the set or just like bad opens.
it
But what
was
do
a
you think
bad
about
set.
your
It
set?
was a bad set.
Yeah.
Yeah, I shouldn't have picked Diamond Cat. I was blinded by Approach of the Sun. I love Approach of the Second Sun. If I made a top five list of
Mm,
cards, Approach is on there.
yeah, for
Um,
sure. I love that card too.
so like I had a big dreams of opening that. I will say my deck actually is in a place now where I kind of like it. It's now like a white black aristocrats
Hmm.
kind of go wide deck.
Hmm.
And it's a lot more fun than it was before I opened a couple of the mythics that got in there. It's got
Yeah,
more power now. So it's would I pick a different set? Probably, but I'd also have to look about my cleric choices. I don't think cleric had a ton of great choices either. That was the other. I think the issue, and
hmm
I'm going to get into it more when I get to my feedback when the league is done. I think it should be
hmm
three person teams. I think four is too many.
sure,
Uh,
sure.
it's just because if there are three-person teams, there'd be that many more people looking for games because there'd be extra teams.
Yeah,
15 games a week. I don't know. 20 games a week is what it's getting me, man. 20 games a week is just a lot because I'm trying to be there for as many as I can, but I can't be there for all of them. And it's just, it's hard. It's a lot.
sure.
Yeah, I'm also having a great time though. It is a good league. Has been a pretty great league. It's also just been a weird league. Like the dynamics of it, people aren't talking much. Everyone's kind of doing their own thing. Everyone's got their
Right.
secrets, you
Yeah.
know. I know I haven't caught like barely any streams. I usually try to watch a bunch of streams, but like
Mm-hmm.
I've been so busy watching our games that like haven't had a chance to do it.
Yeah, for
Uh,
sure.
but still, it's been a great league with or without its faults. They all got usually something good going on and something people are always upset about something. So hey,
Yeah, of course. I mean, I know that there was some original. Maybe I don't know, but I thought I heard people kind of like frustrated that there was timers or whatever on the matches too. But I definitely think you have to have them because otherwise
oh
they
yeah,
they would just go for like 4 hours. It would be unplayable.
yeah, yeah. Because I timers have mattered in games, and there's a reason they've mattered in games, right? These
Yeah,
games can go, especially playing blue black disinformation campaign loops.
that's true.
All right, bro. Well, we got to wrap this up because hopefully someone will respond to our thing. It's been about a half hour and nothing yet. But I got to ask you because I want to know what's your greatest magic accomplishment?
Hmm. All right, I thought about this. I think the probably the first one that comes to mind is when you, me, and Chris R played a side event team sealed for Theros Beyond Death,
Yeah.
and we went undefeated. That
Mm-hmm.
was, and all three of our decks were super good and super fun.
Chris played
And
mono black.
yeah, mono black. I played red green beat down, and I don't know what you played, blue something.
I was probably on blue white then, because if you're on, yeah, that makes sense. So probably on blue white. Yeah, I was playing like blue white control, mill control or something. It was fun.
Mhm.
I remember having a great time. Yeah, we did go undefeated. That was a great tournament.
Yeah, it was super fun. Got ourselves a giant magic card. Can't beat it.
Yeah, we all got giant magic card. We're part of the giant magic card club. All right, that's what goes on in Team Brothers War. Okay, we got giant magic cards.
I don't think that club might be done, right? Like, are they ever going to have giant magic cards at GPs again? Maybe, probably not.
They had them at whenever they were announcing Brothers War. I saw a bunch of giant Brothers War cards, and it gave me
really?
hope. Yeah, that Brothers War. I mean, I don't know if GPs are ever going to be a thing, but if they are, maybe it'll be at conventions or something. But
sure, yeah.
Yeah, the giant card. It's going away, man. It's gone the way of the buffalo, as they say. Well, brother, I appreciate you. I thank you for coming on the show. I thank you for coming back to the league to be on our team, because without you being here, it would not be as fun. And we're having a real good time. So I appreciate that. Thank you for all those things.
Thanks for the invite. I'm having a great time. Riveteers for life, baby.
Riveteers for life. Thank you for coming on the show. Let's get to the ending of the show. That's what comes next. All right. Awesome. I love getting my brother on the show. I mean, of course, I love my brother. I mean, you don't need backstory on me to know that. Hey, I think my brother's great. I live close to him. I see him all the time. We actually go and play Magic when we can. I think we're doing Brothers War pre-release together this weekend, which is gonna be super exciting. But yeah, man, it's so great to get him back into the league, because it's something that I know I really enjoy. Me, him, and Chris, we go way back. So it's just good to have the group back together. And the fact that he's done good enough that I'm pretty sure he's coming back again, that makes me a little happy. I bet he's not happy about it. But hey, he's probably going to get to come back again. So that's good. That's good for us. And Set Wars. Set Wars has been great, man. Again, I know there's a little bit of negativity in there about, it's hard to find some games, and it's, a big time investment. That's definitely, the downsides that we've felt here in our team is, 20 games a week is a lot, and finding games is hard. So not only is it 20 games, but it's an hour waiting for a game, and then maybe you find one, maybe you don't. You try again later, another hour waiting for the game. But the games have been great. I've loved the team aspect. I've loved the sets. I really love everything about it. I'm really having a good league, and again, I hope you are, because that's what it's all about, man. Having fun, playing some Magic. I'm missing the chit chat of the opponent, but I got the chit chat of my team. So you know what? It's not the worst thing in the world. So Set Wars is great. I'm having a blast, and we're wrapping up week 2. We're getting ready to start week 3. This is it, man. This is the end. And my team, as I record, we got one game to play tonight. If we win that game, we're only one game out of second place, and we got Johnny and Jeremy. I know you're listening, and I got better tie breaks than you guys. I got them tie breaks. So maybe you guys watch out a little bit, because the Brothers War is coming. And again, thank you to my team for carrying me. Thank you for being on my team. And sorry that you're on my team, because I am a grouchy co-pilot sometimes. Oh, we've had a couple snaps from Goku on his teammates. So hey, sorry about that, guys. You're wonderful. And this is stressful. This is just a stressful thing, right? Magic is stressful, and because we're doing well, it adds a little bit more stress to it. And after Set Wars, we got Brothers War League coming up. I'm really excited for that. They've announced, you get 2 packs when you lose. Do you want a Brothers War pack or a random historic pack? Great mechanic. I'm excited for it. It's going to add a lot of fun variants, because I love Chaos Magic. Chaos Magic is my thing. And this is basically like, do you want to keep going Brothers War? Or maybe open this really great pack with a mythic and a foil rare, and you got a little chaos going on in there. Oh, thank you guys for designing these wonderful, wonderful formats, these leagues. I know a lot of work goes into that, and so much testing and figuring things out. You just do such a great job. Everybody in this league does a great job. Whether you're a player, content creator, league committee member, everybody's wonderful. And I can't say anything but nice things about every single person. Not just the people that have come on the show, the people I've played against now, and in the, year and a half that I've been here in the league. Year and a half? Man, I think I've been this longer. Yeah, I've probably been in this thing like 2.5 years. Yeah. Wow, man. Time flies, huh? Doesn't time fly? Well, that's going to do it for the show this week, everybody. Until then, until next week, until we wrap up Set Wars and get ready for Brothers War. A lot of wars. Can't we all just get along, Chris York? Why does every league have to be about a war, you know? Maybe we should have set, dinner party. The Brothers Murder Mystery Dinner. Yeah, just I'm not in the league committee. That's why I'm not in there. I would just throw out really bad ideas like, yeah, guys, what if we do it's a party. We don't even play each other. We just have fun. We just party. Cody would like that. Cody'd be down. He'd be our DJ. And he'd be barking out his dog stuff from the DJ booth. Well then, until all that stuff happens, and it all will. Of course it will. We're going to have the murder mystery of, who killed who, Mishra or Urza. Who did it? It's a who done it. Until then, until we figure out who done it, I hope that you get to keep a good 7, and I hope that the shuffler is in your favor, because that thing is so broken right now, and they need to fix it. And please just give me my basic lands. Let me pick my basic lands. That's all I want. I can't complain about it enough. Please make it happen. Until then, I'll see you next week. Bye, everybody.